Good morning, I already hit the mic. Jeez. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is the morning, and I'm actually awake. The Packers lost last night, and if you're watching this in the future at all, that means nothing to you. Okay, let's get on topic today, guys. Today what we are doing is we are going to be talking about something that is, in my mind, very interesting. And what I want to do today is talk about graphics cards that are going to fry or kill or stretch, or just completely wreak havoc on your graphics card in 2017, the games that are going to be coming out in 2017, because when I was actually researching this, I was thinking about doing it as a video, and there are so many very nice looking PC titles that are going to be coming out in 2017, running super nice engines, new engines, etc. So without further ado, I'm not going to blabber on anymore, guys. This is going to be really interesting. I have 5 of them for you today, and let's just get right into the video. I'm also going to throw in some specs here for the recommendations for the graphics cards. And the first one we're talking about today, guys, is Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the remastered version, the special edition one. Now, the reason why this one's going to really stretch the limits of graphics cards out there is because it's a remastered game. And when it originally came out, Skyrim was in 2013, I believe the first one came out. It already was something that if you were playing on console, there'd be a lot of lag spikes. You would see a lot of dropped frame rate because the game itself was already ahead of its time. And now, for the fact that it's actually going to be remastered and put back on PC, they're recommended it's a GeForce GTX 780, which is recommended for medium at 30 frames a second, which in of itself is not that great. So if you're going to actually want to experience this thing in full 60 frames per second, which also a lot of people are trying to push 120 now, 60 frames, you're gonna have to get into the higher end ones like the 980s or something like that to be able to actually run this game at that type of frame rate. So Skyrim Remastered is going to be something that a lot of people are going to really want to stress test their graphics card with. And number 2 today, guys, is the new Resident Evil 7 game that they're going to be releasing in 2017. This one is running the new RE engine, which is something kind of new, and it's something that not a lot of other games are doing right now. But if you look at the footage, if you look at the pre-release footage, of course, a lot of people complain that they really spike up the pre-release footage of these trailers to make them look good. But look at how amazing this looks. Look at the graphical detail in this game, and if it comes out anything just slightly shy of what they're showing here, it's still going to be something that is going to really force your graphics card to really punch out a lot of power to be able to run this. And who knows, even with this new engine, there might be a little bit of an issue with your graphics card reading this and putting an image out. So I think that that's kind of interesting that they're using a new engine, and this game just looks ridiculously amazing to me. Next is For Honor. Now, this one only recommends a 780, a GTX 780. This is a medieval, sort of like a Skyrim-y type time-setting game. What made me kind of excited about this in itself was the art style that it has. It's very... They're forcing the realistic, nice, solid look of the medieval times with this game. And they're using the Anvil Next engine. I think that's how you pronounce it. ANVIL Next. It's one word. I've never really done too much research into this, and with the footage that you guys are seeing right now, you cannot say anything shy of wow, this game looks so nice, and I'm super excited for this game. I'm definitely getting this on PC. And next, number 4 here is going to be Prey 2017, Prey whatever you want to call it. It has a whole list of different names for it, but this game is something that is very original. It's a very original idea. It's very nice, refreshing take on video games, and if you haven't played Prey, I really recommend it, but this game is running on the Cry engine. Again, something that I haven't really looked that far into myself. This game is so far right now from being really super announced that there's not that much information when it comes to recommended specs for it. But looking at the game itself, it kind of gives me a little bit of a art style and look and feel like Doom does. To a lot of people, actually, people have been saying that. And because of that, we all know Doom is a really graphical demanding game. I can run it at 60 frames per second, but my CPU actually bottlenecks it really bad. Games are really pushing the quad to 8 core CPUs. A lot of your GPUs might be bottlenecked with your CPUs, so that's getting a little bit technical here, but besides all of that, this game looks a lot like Doom to me, and that being the case, it actually does kind of dig into your graphics cards quite a bit. So I really am looking forward to this game. There's a huge community out for this game right now. So I'm not going to try to offend anybody by saying something that's kind of wrong, because I haven't done too much research on the game besides the fact that it's running the CryEngine and that the graphical performance is said to be really, really high. And finally, guys, today, one of my favorite games that is coming out in 2017, we're going to be talking about Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. They have minimum requirements of a GTX 780, and that's minimum. That's something where it's almost not even playable, as well as 8 gigabytes of RAM, showing that this game is really, really utilizing a lot of your computer itself. I can't find recommended specs on Steam right now, so I was just looking at the minimum specs. I have a 1070 in my computer, and honestly, I think that if you're actually going to be getting like into those new 1070s, 1080s, 1060s, that is something that is going to really, really be the hot spot for these games that are coming out in 2017. Because they're new, that's the new technology, and a lot of them are expensive, but a lot of them are affordable. I mean, even the 1060 itself is not that bad of a graphics card, and I believe that even the 1060 would be able to run these games very well at 60 frames per second. Maybe not on high settings. You might have to get to the 1070s, 1080s to get these things in the ultra settings when it comes to 60 frames per second. But all of these games overall, guys, is something that I'm really, really looking forward to, because there's a lot more games out there that are going to be really graphically demanding in 2017. I have another list here of ones that I'm just not going to get into because the video would be too long. Like Star Citizen I had on this list. Mass Effect Andromeda is another one that's going to be really demanding. Look up Scalebound. I'm not going to get into all of these because it would make too long of a video, but Scalebound is so beautiful, etc., etc. Like I said, I hope that you guys all liked the video today. I hope this was informative for you guys. Leave a like, leave a subscription, guys. It really does help me out. I will see you all later.